Greetings to everyone. I am Rajeshwari, working as an assistant professor in the Department of Computer Application at Bishop Heber College. In this section, we will be discussing an introduction to C programming. The outline of presentation comprises of introduction to C, structure of a C program, advantages of C, C language character set, delimiters, types of tokens, C keywords, identifier, constants, variable and data types. Introduction to C. The C programming language was developed in 1972 by American computer scientist Dennis Ritchie at Bell's Laboratories. C is a middle-level, general-purpose programming language known for its efficiency, flexibility, and ability to interface with hardware. Make it suitable for system programming and embedded system. C follows a structured programming approach, make it efficient and easy to use. Types of programming language: machine language, assembly language, high-level language. Machine language, the most basic level of programming language, consists of binary codes, zeros and ones, that the computer CPU can execute it directly. It is hardware dependent and difficult for human to read and write. Assembly language, it is a low-level programming language that uses symbolic instruction closely related to machine code. It provides better readability and control over hardware but still require knowledge of the computer architecture. High-level language, these are more abstract and easier to understand, resembling like a human language. High-level language like C allows programmer to write complex program efficiently and are generally portable across different systems. Assembler, compiler and interpreter. Assembler converts assembly language program into machine code so that the computer CPU can execute them. Compiler, a program that translates high-level language code like C into machine code all at once. The resulting machine code can be saved and executed later. Interpreter, execute high-level language code by line, translating and running it simultaneously. Interpreters are not typically used for C, but it is essential to understand how they differ from compiler. Structure of C programming consists of documentation section, preprocess directory and global declaration section, main function and sub-function. Command line indicates that the purpose of the program. It is used to represent slash star and star closed star hash. Command line is used for increasing the readability of the program. It is useful in explaining the program and generally used for documentation. It is enclosed within the decimeters. Command line can be single or multi-line but should not be nested. Preprocessor directory. Hash include tells the compiler to include the information about the standard input and output library. It is also used in symbolic constants such as hash define value, hash define pi value 3.14. The standard input-output header file contains definition and declaration of the system, defined functions such as a printf, scanf, power. Generally, printf function used to display and scanf is used to read the value. The global declaration section, this is a section where the variables are declared globally so that it can be accessed by all the function used in the program. And it is generally declared outside the function. Main is the user-defined function. Every function has one main function where actually program is started. It is enclosed within the pair of curly braces. The program execution start with opening braces and end with closing braces. And in between two braces, declaration part as well as the executable part is mentioned. At the end of each line, the semicolon is given, which indicates that statement termination. Advantages of C programming. Simple and efficient. C provides a structured approach and has a small set of keywords, make it easy to learn and use. Fast execution. Program written in C are highly efficient and execute faster because C is close to the hardware level. Portability. C program can run on different machines with little or more modification make it is a portable language. List library support. C provide a wide range of built-in function and support user-defined function for better modularity. Popular full language. C handle low-level language programming like memory management as well as the high-level task. Make it flexible. Foundation for other languages. Many modern languages like C++, Java, Python have the roots in C. Learning C built a strong foundation, programming foundation. System programming capabilities. C is widely used for developing operating system, embedded system, device drive, etc. due to its closed hardware capabilities. C character set. Set of characters that are used for words, number and expression in C called C character set. It categorizes the different types of characters used in C programming into 4 different groups. Includes uppercase and alphabets. It includes uppercase and lowercase letters used for defining variable names, function name, identifiers, etc. Digits. It includes numerical digits 0 to 9 used for numeric constants, array indexing, loop counters, etc. Symbols. It includes special characters like hash, dollar, percentage, power, and star, etc. Used for operators, arithmetic operator, addition, subtraction, multiplication. We use the plus, minus, star, division. And special tokens. Hash is used for a preprocessor directory. Space includes backspace and tab character used for formatting and improving code readability. Delimiters in C. Delimiters are symbols used to separate or define boundaries in code. They help the compiler understand the structure of C programming. Common delimiters are comma, semicolon, quotes, braces, slash are common delimiters in C. Semicolon is used to end a statement. Uh, int a equal to 5 and semicolon before the so end of the statement is used to end a statement. Comma is used to separate multiple variables or function arguments. Int a equal to b int a comma b comma c. It separates the multiple variables. Braces or curly bracket define the beginning and end of a block code for like function, loop and condition. So in the main function, the open curly braces, it's the end of the curly braces. Tokens. In C programming, tokens are the smallest individual unit or a building block of a program. Uh, Main type of tokens in C are keywords, variables, operators, constants, special characters, and string. Keyword, reserved word that have special meaning in C. Example, int, if, return, while, for, break cannot be used as a variable name. Variables, uh, names used to identify variables, functions, array, etc. Constants, it is a fixed value that do not change during execution, program execution. Operators, symbol that perform operation on variables and values. Example, plus, minus, star, into. Special characters used for structure and syntax. Strings are a sequence of characters. They say keywords. Keywords are reserved words in C that have special meaning to the compiler. They are used to define the syntax and structure of C programs. Um, you cannot use keyword as variable name or identifiers. All the C keywords have fixed meaning and these meanings cannot be changed. It has 32 keywords in ANSI C. For example, uh, int declares an integer variable. Float is used for floating variable. Char is used to declare a character variable. If is used for conditional branching. Else is used for uh, if for alternative execution. For is looping keyword. For is a looping keyword. While is used for looping keyword. Do is used for while for do while loop. Um, return return a value from a function. Void indicates that indicates no return value or empty value. Break exitor loop. Continue, skip to the next iteration for a loop. Switch is used for multi-way decision making. Case define cases in switch block. Default case in switch. Size of return the size of a variable or data type. Variables in C. Variables are named storage location used to store data that can change during the execution of a program. It's a digistar. Scientist said, once a programmer has understood the uses of variables, he has understood the essence of programming. So syntax, data types and variable name. Int a equal to int age. Int is an integer data type and age is a variable name. And float is a floating type data type and price is the floating variable name. Char is a character data types. Grade is the variable name, character variable name. So we can initialize and declare an initializing variable in one line. Int age equal to 25. So in the age variable, in integer data types, assign the values 25 for age. Rules for declaring identifiers. Uh, So variable should start with letter or underscore. The age start with letter and count underscore count. It's a valid variable name and height. It's invalid. It's not started with number or any special characters not allowed in for declaring identifiers or variables. Where identifiers contains letters, digits and underscore. In the variable name, letters and underscores are allowed. Letters and numbers are allowed. Now, it can contain letters, digits and underscores are allowed. But it hyphen not allowed. In the variable declaration, hyphen should not allowed. C cannot use C keywords. For example, integer, float, return, character. It is not allowed. C keywords are not allowed to identify the variables. Case sensitive. It is a small letter my variable and my variable capital letters are different. So it is a two different variables. No space allowed in variable name. Instead of space, we can use, for instance, no space is allowed, but instead of space, we are used the underscore. Data types in C. Specify the size and type of information the variable will store. Data types and variable declaration instruct the compiler on how the interrupt data and how much memory to allocate it for each variable. The fundamentals of data type used to declare variables in C programming are categorized as three main data types: integer, character, and floating point. Integer data type is further classified into unsigned integer and unsigned integer. Its integer data type can store whole numbers, positive, negative, and zero. Unsigned integer can store both positive values and negative values. Can store both positive values and negative values. Unsigned integer store only the positive values. Signed integer further classified into integer, short int and long int. Short int uh, use less memory than the default integer type. Use more memory, long int use more memory than the default integer type. It's unsigned integer. It is further classified into integer and short int and long int. Character. Character can store characters like letters, digits, and symbols. Character. It's further classified into characters, signed character and unsigned character. Character default may be signed or unsigned depending on the system. Signed character store both the positive and negative values. Unsigned characters store only the positive values. Floating point is used to store decimal number. It is further classified into float, double, and long double. Qualifier modifies the characteristic of basic data types. Two main categories of qualifiers are size qualifier and sign qualifier. Size qualifier affect the storage size of a data type, and sign qualifier determine whether a variable can store negative values. Size qualifier further classified into short and long. Short use less memory than the default integer type. Long use more memory than the default integer type. Signed qualifier, signed and unsigned. Signed can store both values, positive and negative. Unsigned can store only the positive values. The table provides details about various C data types, including the size in bytes, range of values, format specifier used in printf and scanf function. Character types, character takes 1 byte to store and can store the values from minus 128 to 127 signed by default. Unsigned character allows values to 0 to 255 because unsigned character store only the positive values. So integer data type is further int, short int and long int. Short and int are 2 bytes while long in 4 bytes. 4 bytes. Unsigned variant only store positive numbers. Floating point types float, double and long double. Float is 4 bytes. It is a lower precision. Double is 8 bytes, higher precision. Long double is 10 bytes, even higher precision. The next one is integer data type. An integer variable in C can hold 0, positive and negative values without decimals. The int keyword represents the integer data type which can be signed or unsigned. Short, long and short int, long int may vary in storage size. For example, here int a equal to 10 without declaring the integer or signed or unsigned. So by default it is a signed integer. So it can store both the positive and negative values. So unsigned integer int b equal to 20. So in unsigned in b variable we can store only the positive number. So in the format specifier, very important to specify the format specifier. Signed integer we use the format specifier %d, and unsigned integer we represent the %u. Next we're going to see the short int and long int integers usage in integer data type. Here the program specifies a short s. Maximum value for short is. So it starts from -3 to 7682 and positive 3 to 767 only. So the maximum value for short value. The int I, we declare maximum value for int is this one, 214748 and 3647. Long int maximum value is this, maximum value for long. So it is a format specifier here used %d for integer, short integer, and %d is used for integer, and long int %d is 1d format percentage. We specify the format specifier. The next data type is character data type. In C, character data type can store ASCII value, numerical character representation. For example, ASCII value 65 corresponding to A, 66 corresponding to B, 67 corresponding to C. Here, see the example. Character data type, character variable name is migrate equal to E. Single quotes, they represent the character. So the output of this program is A. For example, here take it as character A variable. A is a character variable, assign the value 65. So that's numerical value. Character A equals 65 store which represent A. Then mean ASCII value for this one. Then B stores 66 which represent capital V. Then T source 67, which represent C, the ASCII value for 67. So printing character, the percentage C format specifier is specified in character data type. So the output of this program gives the ABC value. The ASCII value for 65 is A, ASCII value for 66 is B, ASCII value for 67 is C. Next, we are going to discuss about the floating data type. Used to store decimal numbers in floating data type. C provides various floating data types: float, double, long double, etc. In this example, floating data type, float is a floating data type, and F is a variable for floating data type. The next 3.14 is so. In this example, float is used 6 to 7 digit precision, and double is used 15 to 16 digits precision. So double is a double data type. Long double indicate that higher precision, it may vary 16 digits precision. The float point prints a percentage F is used for float value, and percentage 1F is used for double value, and print a long double value, it's a LF, percentage LF. The precision is controlled by using n.nf. That means where n is a number of decimal integer. So it is a floating data. The next topic is constant. Constants are also known as literals in C. Literals are data used for representing fixed values. Constant in C is a fixed value that cannot be changed during execution of the program. Constants are used to store the value that remain the same throughout the program. The constant is a keyword. C-O-N-S-T. Constant is a keyword. Is used to declare as constant. Two ways to declare the variable. First, give the integer data type, integer data type, and then give the const a equal to 10. Otherwise, we first declare as constant keyword and then determine the integer data type. So two ways to represent the constant keyword in C programming language. Next, we're going to discuss about the types of constants. Type of constants are two types: numeric constants and character constants. Numeric constants is further classified as integer constants and real constants. Integer constants store the numbers, and the real constants store the decimal values. In the integer constants, further it is divided into decimal, octal, and hexadecimal. Character constants store the character value. Values are either a single character constants or string constants. So integer constants is a value consisting of digits or number. These values can never change during the execution of the program. Integer constants can be octal constants and decimal and hexadecimal. Decimal constant with digits from 0 to 9 such as decimal constant. Octal constants contain the digits from 0 to 7. These types of constants are always preceded by 0. The hexadecimal constants contain the digits from 0 to 9 and the characters from A. For a 0, X is always precedes hexadecimal constants. And the octal and hexadecimal integer constants are rarely used in programming language, C programming language. Next, real constants. Like integer constant, that always contain an integer value. C provides a real constant that contain a decimal point or fractional point. So decimal point and fractional point. So A equal to 10.17. So it is a decimal point. Fraction. Real constant contain a decimal point and fractional value. It's a real constant. Character constants contain only a single character. So it is determined by the single quotes. For example, we also represent ASCII value for the providing character. For example, A equal to declared is 65 means The ASCII value for this one is A. String constants contain a sequence of characters enclosed within the double quotes. So string constants we represented in double quotes. For example, I. It is represented in double quotes. Next, we're going to discuss about the examples for this one const keyword. For example, const double pi equal to 3.1. So in the classic circle constant value by pi is never changed, 3.1, 3.14. This will generate an error as constant cannot be changed. For example, this program in main function we declare as pi as a constant and printf. In this we given the incremental operator pi plus. So the pi value cannot be changed during the execution of the program. So this will generate an error as constants cannot be changed. The next, by using the hash defined preprocessor directory which does not have memory for storage without putting in semicolon at the end of the statement. So we declare like this, hash defined pi equal to p 3.1. So the pi value is 3.1 for the entire program. Last section in this presentation. Throughout this section, we discuss about the introduction to C programming. C character set. C character set includes the building block of C program. It includes letters, digits, special character, the special symbols, white space character. Delimiters, characters are symbols used to separate individual part of the program. For example, that semicolon is used to terminate the statement. Tokens. Tokens are the smallest element in C program. They include keywords. Keywords are tokens, identifiers, constants, operators, special symbols. Identifier, name given by the programmer to element like variables, functions. For rules for declaring the identifier where identifiers a variable should started with letters or underscore. It should not started with number and not a special character. The space is not allowed and hyphen is not allowed. Only the special symbol underscore is allowed in to declaring a variable. Next, keyword. Keywords are predefined reserved word in C with special meaning. Keywords cannot be used as a variable. Data type. They define the kind of data a variable can store. So in this section, we discuss about the integer data type, float data type, and character data type. The last one is constant. Constants, it is a fixed value that do not change during the execution of the program. The last one, thank you. I hope the section will help you to understand the basis of programming. Thank you.